Hello, Twitch. That snuck up on me. How is everyone tonight? Another lovely Wednesday. Another ingredient challenge. Gonna be using Hoisin tonight. Hoisin. Hoisin sauce. Gonna be doing truffles with a recipe that I'm meh about.
because it's very obviously a recipe that's been scaled down, and to do it, I don't want to do it much larger than it is, but to do it, I'm worried that the recipe's going to hold up. So we'll see how that works out for dinner tonight as far as dessert. Dinner, we've got chicken fingers. I'm going to cut up a couple chicken breasts, going to fry those up, going to make a hoisin honey, and hoisin honey, there's going to be some ginger in there, there's going to be some other goodness in there as a dipping sauce. And what lastly we have roast veggies. I'm going to toss some veggies and hoisin and some other spices and give those a roast in the oven. Use up the last of that squash I got in the refrigerator. Use up, well, let's see what all we got for that. We can throw some mushrooms in there too. I've got some Brussels sprouts, and we'll throw a head of garlic with that too. And that should be deliciousness. Let's see here. Let's start with some coffee. How is everyone tonight? Welcome in, welcome in. Got a few new VIPs in chat. Well, I don't know if they're here or not. I'm not paying attention to who's in the room right now. But got a few new VIPs out there. Decided to hand a few more of those out to longtime viewers. Actually, I may add a few more here after the stream too. Almost there. Almost there.
Hey, Entropy. Welcome in. Yeah, it sounded good to me, too. Cream, half and half. Where are we going? What am I going for? Felt productive last night and actually scrubbed out about half of my refrigerator here. Last night. 70%. If you just count the refrigerator, not the freezer. Yeah. Well, Tuesday's my trash night. My neighbors are out of town. And so I sort of went to town. I just sort of pulled all the bins right up to my door here and did like house clean out night. And yeah, got to cleaning out the fridge. I'm like, yeah, I should scrub this out. Started scrubbing it out afterward. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Welcome in. Cheers. Okay, so what are we going to start with here? I think I'm actually going to start with these truffles first. Because, like I said, starting off the stream here, I don't know if I trust this recipe. We'll see. We're gonna need... Do I still have the corn syrup? Yes. Do I still have corn syrup? Not much, but I got some corn syrup still. It's dirt on the outside. Worried it looks like mold. And I can see mold like in corn syrup. I don't know. So we're starting with corn syrup and heavy cream. Let's get all our ingredients together for this one. This one's going to be a sort of quick pour together, and then it needs to cool. I need to play games. What's in the test tubes? That's a good question. That's sort of for chat to try and guess and figure it out. There was a much bigger picture photo put up on, I think I put it on Twitter, and definitely on Discord at one point, though it's probably well buried in Discord. I was hoping someone would want to try and guess all of them. I haven't gotten any bites yet, though. Oops. Bumped the camera there. Sorry, folks. Yep, I'm still keeping that bottle. There's still more corn syrup in there. Ooh, I can use my jigger for that. 2 ounces. So get that a little bit of a whisk. Little bit of a whisk. And we're going to bring this up to a boil, actually. This is sort of why I'm partially worried about this recipe. I was getting everything measured away first here. We need our chocolate. We need butter that I didn't soften. That'll be enough in the way of butter. Why is this board so far away today? There we go. It's a little off angle too. Okay, so we're going to allow this to warm up a little bit before we get going with the rest of this. I'll measure everything out and then hopefully that'll be warmer. I'm calling that 8 ounces. Oh hey, I walk away and it gains 2/100ths of an ounce. Chocolate's getting fat while I'm away. Last minute until you get our first battle of Stream Raiders here. Okay, we got that ready to warm up. We got that, we got that. Okay, and we don't need to measure out the hoisin sauce because that's going to be mixed in at the end. We do need a mixing bowl for this though. And we're going to need some powdered sugar to coat the outsides of these. That I could actually even... I don't know if that'll work well or not. I don't know if mixing cocoa with white powdered sugar is going to darken the powdered sugar or if it's just going to make it look speckled. Because they're both rather fine. Let's give it a shot and see what it turns out like. Put our battle first. To battle. Interesting. I wonder what this... Look at that, they're just going out of bounds to go after stuff. I didn't know that they could do that. Then should be getting that gold. Congrats. Ooh, we got some quests to do here. Ooh, I get a giveaway ticket for... I don't know. There we go. So, back onto our next map here. I'm gonna put a monk out there this time since I know Entropy's around. Alright, back to the board. I want this to be almost malleable, but it's not quite there. Let's go ahead anyways. Start heating this up on a high enough flame that it's going to boil, but not the hottest flame that I've got. Because I don't want to scald this cream, but I'm following the recipe. We're hoping that, I guess the plan here is hoping that that added sugar is going to keep the cream from doing bad stuff. Probably raises the sugar over some point. Okay. Now we're going to pour that over the top of our chocolate. Allow that to sit for a moment. Gives me a chance to rinse out this pan real quick. Now we're going to add the butter and our hoisin. Hey Penguin, welcome Toto. I don't know if that's going to be enough heat to melt all this chocolate. Doesn't seem to be doing it. Might have to microwave this madness a little bit. No, I don't trust this recipe. Because I think it's been downsized too much. And this chocolate very much does not look like it's melting to me. So I am going to risk using the microwave. Nice, penguin. Let's make sure we got everything unplugged over here. Make sure we don't got anything extra plugged in over here. Nope. I sort of think of Hoisin as sort of like Chinese or Asian. Oh, now I put myself on the spot and I can't remember what I'm comparing it to, the term for it. It's one of the mother sauces, but should be able to remember the 5 mother sauces, shouldn't I? But very similar actually to an enchilada sauce too, but it's more or less the flavor that you're getting from cooked wheats and that are flavoring your sauce dish. And the hoisin here has a bit of that fermented kick to it that a lot of Asian cultures love. Sounds like my turntable in there fell off of the thingy. Yeah, it looks like it too. Let that sit for a moment. Fix it. There we go. There we go, that's starting to look a little bit better. You can certainly smell the hoisin in this too. It's got that very fermented vegetable flavor that you get with a lot of Asian cuisine. It sticks out in my mind because I'm not a huge fan of, like, traveling to China. The fermented vegetables that they gave us in the airplane were so horrible. I know airplane food is always horrible, but I mean, that was exceptionally horrible. Bechamel, no, bechamel is cream sauce. brown or Espanol. Espanol. This is reminding me of an Espanol sauce, but with a fermented vegetable note to it. You read the ingredients on the actual bottle though, and it's pretty much, this is completely doctored up for production means. You got water and sugar as your first two ingredients. White distilled vinegar, so you're giving lots of acid in there. And soybeans, rice, caramel color, garlic, salt, sesame oil, onions, red chili peppers, xanthan gum, spices. You get this laundry list of things there, but the caramel color, the soybeans, and that's all emulating that same almost like weedy flavor that goes in the same. I am sure there are many people who disagree with that statement, but so now we need to let this cool until it's essentially thick. And then we're going to pipe out little balls of them and coat them in powdered sugar. I think this might be a good candidate for doing that. Dry it out. Probably should have put that through a sieve because I've packed this powdered sugar in here way too tight. We're going to see if the cocoa is going to work with the powdered sugar here. Forget that pan is off balance because it's so thin these days. Tempted to add even more. I think I'm going to leave it like that. I cleaned the pan. It's normally my rule to never put a pan on my cutting board. You can have oils and stuff on it, but I made sure and cleaned that. And so it said to throw this in the refrigerator. I was hoping I could just leave it on the counter here and get it cool enough on its own. It is thickening up. It's also why I put it back in the metal bowl, is so that it wasn't sitting in that pottery and keeping warm. I'm gonna throw this in the fridge. There's still not room in the fridge. Clean out this side bowl while we're waiting for that to solidify up a little bit. What can we start with next? Because we can at least get the oil out here for our frying. That I have more oil than this. Might have to use a different frying vessel here. While that goes, I'm going to quick cut up our chicken for this tonight, for our tenders. I wish I could throw this in the trash. Trash. Why do I always do chicken on Wednesday? there's our chicken fingers for later for when we want to mix them up with everything else. I'm going to allow them to hang out here on the counter and actually dry out a little bit, which will help everything stick to them. Yes, I'm running the water during this. Sink handle. That was my soap bottle. Veggies. We don't got enough time for the veggies before we get going here. I can start the oven for those though. We're going to be baking those at 420 tonight. A little over 400. How is everyone? How's everyone's week going? Everyone having a good week? Hopefully everyone's doing well. We need a pastry bag too, because we're going to be piping these. That term used loosely. Yeah. Going to be streaming every day next month. Trying to get my butt in motion. Do some stuff. What the heck? Where are all my glasses at? What have I done with all my glasses? It isn't buried back there. Huh. Might have to find a different way of doing this one. Normally just put my bags over a glass, but maybe we'll sub this out tonight and see if this will work. Sorry for loud crinkle. There we go. There will be some more once those solidify up a bit. Let's see how it's looking now. I hope it's gonna work. I hope it's gonna work, but as I said before, this is a recipe I think they've scaled down quite a bit from some like large batch, like confectionery, you know, like a candy shop or something recipe. They've cut down to something you can do at home. Got our powdered sugar ready, we got our chicken ready, we got our oil ready. Oh, that's what we can do. We can make our hoisin sauce, our dipping sauce. That's something we can do while we're hanging out. Yeah, that wasn't enough. give it another 10 minutes. But for our dipping sauce tonight, we'll start with hoisin. Ground ginger. I'm gonna do, let's do yellow mustard. I was gonna do powdered mustard, but I think you need the vinegar and yellow mustard for keeping this a proper sauce. A little honey. Where are you, cayenne? Dash of cayenne. We'll see how that mixes up. If you need to loosen this up, we'll add a little soy sauce. Otherwise, I'll add a little salt because sweet, fermented, you get that wheat umami, that light umami that I was sort of going at when I was trying to describe what was going on there with Espanol. Definitely needs salt, but do I want to add soy or do I want to add salt? I'm going to go with soy. Oh, that's what I could also add to that. That would probably be a nice... I don't know if I have any... I don't know how good this stuff is anymore. I think I'm going to skip it. We got some good soybean oil, or sesame oil. A couple drops in there. The stuff I've had has been hanging out for a while, and it's hidden behind that web. I don't really want to get out. That was sort of what made my decision there. So I didn't want to mess up my... over the stove web, even though it's got only 2 days left. They're the most important streams left for the Halloween decorations. Yep, made all sorts of announcements yesterday on Discord, on Twitter, between announcing my Halloween streams, where I sort of announced the Halloween streams before, but given a better idea what all I'm trying to make. And going to be streaming all of next month, other than, with the caveat, I'm taking the day before and the day after Thanksgiving off. Otherwise, I'm here every day in November. And gonna be doing all different foods from the video game New World, which are not that... I mean, other than some ingredients, like... There's one I just put on there that's got bear in it. I don't know if I'm really gonna get bear meat, but... pretty much everything that's recipe-wise in this game has been pretty good, too. And I'm just basically... In this month, about, like, the first 3 weeks of it, it's just all the beginner recipes. There are, like, hundreds of other recipes that you can pick up in the game. This was a very deeply. They're hoping for this game to last a long time. I think, from the looks of the design of it, it hasn't had the greatest rollout. It's had a whole bunch of bugs and stuff. It's had a bunch of bad press, which is rough. But I have hope for it. Back to these. Let's see how our... Oh, let's do our battle first. Battle. The heck is that thing? That's one heck of them. There's two of them. What is that, Entropy? What character is that? What do you got going on there? Victory. I'm guessing that's Toto, or hopefully whoever joined us in. Thank you for your support. And Entropy getting the assists. Let's go Templar. Now we're starting to solidify up. Now we're there. This may work after all. New skins. Nice. So how do you earn candy corn in this game? Is that something in the duels or the PvPs, or... I know they've gifted me like 60 of them, I think. Grabbing a clip over here. Smelling a little smoky over there, like you got something going in that oven. Yeah, there ain't nothing in there. Let's turn the fan on. Alright, so we've got our truffles, or our Hoisin dessert piped up. Got it all in one bag, which is nice. And I'm gonna pipe them just straight into our cocoa and powdered sugar. Actually, this might not be the best plan. Maybe I should... This is thick enough that I might be able to do this onto, like, parchment. My piping skills leave somewhat to be desired. Some to be desired. And I don't like this parchment moving around on me. Sitting here wondering if the French Laundry still uses frog tape. I don't know how many people, including myself, for a short period of time, switched to frog tape. Because that's what the French Laundry uses. Doesn't stick to anything. Well, neither does this. Yeah. This is both, I got this both a little too solid. And my piping skills need work. I used to be so much better at piping. I used to be able to do roses. I used to be able to do all sorts of cool stuff. My detail work is just out the window at this point in life. These are all just going to be rolled in sugar anyway, so they're going to get rounded out a little bit. It's getting pretty hard to pipe now. The stuff that's in my hands has been warmed up a bit, so the stuff in the back is warm, but the tip is too cold now. You see how we got two temperatures going there? Same product, but half of it's melted and half of it's liquid now. I gotta throw the whole bag into the refrigerator if this is gonna continue working anymore. This is actually turning out pretty well. I mean, they're not perfectly round. My piping skills leave some to be desired, but final product ain't looking too bad here. Probably would have been fine just piping them straight in here, but would have meant probably refrigerating it even more because it would have gotten hotter quicker. Would have had to have. Actually, maybe it'd been okay. I don't know. Almost just wanted to throw that one in there and give it a second cut there. Now here's the hope that I can get 4 more out of this. getting back into melted territory again here. I'm amazed that this bag is still surviving. I'm astounded that this bag is still surviving. There, now the rest of that is just melted. Yeah, we're done with that. Yeah, that one's just too wet. That one's too warm. But what happened there with the bag, I was saying the bag, I was astonished the bag was still surviving, is because you can see the size change here. It was so hard piping out the tip part of this that the bag started giving way and it started expanding on the verge of cracking and shooting out the side. I only really need to make 4 of these survive in order to get my nice plate. Just gonna leave my hands dirty. And I'm going to leave the rest of those as junk. You're going to keep this one plate here. I'm going to throw this plate in the fridge. Allow them to set up a bit more before we take some photos. Might have to dust them one last time in powdered sugar. We'll see how much they absorb while they're in the fridge. This is why truffles cost money, they're messy. economical if you're doing tons and tons and tons of them. Okay, let's get our veggies going here after we get rid of this. Let's do a little cleanup first. I'm not going to use that sugar again, unfortunately. Finish off our coffee. Up that one, so I don't really want to use those mushrooms for this. We're going to do garlic, carrots, I think that'll be enough for tonight. That one got its top packed off, so we're gonna ditch that one. I'm ditching all the small side leaves, ones that don't go around the entire cap. Those are great in coleslaw, is great in salads, great in all that other stuff, but when we're roasting them, not quite as good. Give them all fresh cut on the bottom. Which most of those side leaves wouldn't survive this anyways. I probably should have just cut them first. I save myself a little time that way. Now we're slicing them in half. Use up the last of that squash. Don't want the seeds. Battle. Let's do our battle. Some of these are, this one I could follow what was going on, but some of these newer ones, they're getting so tight, so many walls, so many split offs, that I'm like, what's going on here, folks? 200 gold. Who's going to get the big gold pick up there? Thank you for your support. Nice. Congrats, Toto. Okay, next battle. You going top to bottom route? I think we're gonna go top route. And it's another one of those defensive ones.
Let's see if it'll fight with me putting it right next to him.
We'll run that battle in 30 minutes. Okay, so we got this madness set up. We need, what else is going with this? We got carrots. It's funny, the refrigerator seems a little bit brighter now that I cleaned it. But the funny part to that is, it's the part that I didn't clean was the top area. It was the bottom area. I cleaned all the bottom area. Gonna have those. Let's use a bowl. I was thinking coating those carrots wasn't going to work well. It still may not work well in a bowl. But we can certainly coat these in oil and seasonings that way. Hey, Rhino. When I think I can change it and fix it. I'm pretty happy with how this recipe came out today that I was not trustful of, although they turned out alright. These are Hoisin semi-sweet chocolate truffles with powdered sugar with cocoa on the outside. And I was saying all during the beginning of today's stream, I really didn't trust this recipe because I think this recipe was knocked down from a big, like, candy shop recipe. But, I mean, if you don't know why something's going to go wrong, but you know it's going to go wrong, it's sort of a rough one. And then you just sort of skip the recipe altogether. We add oil, salt and pepper, welcome in, Rhino. I don't know if I said hello to you or not. Glad to see you. Like, I'm only half following this recipe. These are going to get some garlic and onion powder. And hoisin. When I first started smelling the hoisin beginning of the stream, I kept complaining about that fermented vegetable flavor, your smell. And now that I've been smelling it here for a while, that wheat is flavor or wheat smell is really coming out now. Yeah, ew. I know, no kid is gonna want veggies to go with their chicken tenders, but I do. I should take a photo of these and throw these in the fridge. Awesome. Was it molten hot in the center or frozen cold? Stealing jokes there. Old jokes at that. Already. Sort of wish I had some parsnip, but it's a perfect time of year to have some parsnip. Why don't I have parsnips with this? I want to make sure the flat sides on our Brussels are down so they get all the color. A little oil, a little salt directly on that garlic bulb. and all of this into our oven. Take a look after 20 minutes. Probably going to take closer to 40, but depending on how you cut everything, the density of the veggies, they're all going to cook at different temps. If we get to 20 minutes and some of them are looking good and some of them aren't, we'll just pull them off and, you know, wait for the other ones to cook through. Okay, chicken time. Let's get our oil heating. We have our chicken from earlier. I'm gonna go cornstarch route tonight for our chicken frying. Happen to have this small container of cornstarch. Oops, didn't mean to zoom that. That's interesting, that used to show up on that. It shows up there, okay. So yeah, cornstarch. Got the pans hooked on the handle for my so we'll add some cornstarch here. We start building spices in with this as well. New Mexico chili powder, ancho chili powder, garlic, and salt. What was that, Giffy? That was some special seasoning there. Dope. Those are still connected. Now both my hands are covered in chicken juice. No mayo in tonight's dipping sauce. Didn't have to whip together egg and oil tonight. Wish I had a squirt bottle. I wonder how that would work for doing this. Wish I had a water squirt bottle. I don't think I have anything that I can do that with. I guess I'll just do a little of this action. Which didn't work. The idea was I wanted to try spraying these with a little bit of water to help stick the starch onto it. Build a couple of layers of starch here. Because just leaving them here in the starch itself, they're gonna soak some of it up, but we want more of it. Let's try it this way. Sort of amazing, this is the same thing as that white underneath. I just added some water to that. Two 10-ish. Got another 130 or so degrees to go on that. That's okay, because we're still waiting on the stuff in the oven anyways. can give myself some water here. Oh yeah, the water's on the bottom shelf now. Cheers, folks. If I just stepped into the 1920s with that song. I expect that to clear up a bit more. That oil is still looking quite hazy for being 250 degrees. I mean, sometimes when you get oil cold, it gets a haze because it semi-solidifies, but that is certainly not cold and semi-solidified. So what's new with everyone? Anything new for anyone to report? What's everyone been up to lately? What new foods have you tried? What new dinners have you tried? What's everyone doing special for Halloween or Thanksgiving? Nothing? Nice, Entropy. Werewolf Fairy. She doing that fusion thing already, huh? That's certainly an interesting choice. A fairy who turns into a werewolf? Okay. I mean, it could work. Turning Tinkerbell into Teen Wolf. That's cute.
I did not know that, Glass. I haven't tried the two together.
Don't have any real blackberry at home to try with it either. Willing to try anything once. I don't care who.
Oh, within limits.
I'm not interested in start making some of that cat poop coffee anytime soon. I'm sure you could, Glass.
You're welcome to put it in the recipes section of Discord.
Speaking of the Discord, we gotta start our battle for next week here. This is a perfect time for that. We have our current winner here in Hoisin. Let's look at the ingredient section, see what we got for our next choice here. Got a lot of 4s here. Dill versus saffron. I gotta save it. as usual, make your votes by reacting with your favorite of dill or saffron. And I will have to use the ingredient for dinner and dessert next week. I am continuing to do ingredient challenges on Wednesdays next month, even though the rest of the month is going to be, other than Thanksgiving, going to be New World. Wednesdays will still be ingredient challenges. That was our oven beeping there a moment ago for our first check on our veggies. I'll take a quick look at those. Yep, those are still veggies. Those are still going to need another at least 10 minutes. How's our oil looking on temp? 314. Pretty solidly throughout there. There we get some variation. Okay. And lastly, we get battle. Already getting votes for saffron there. What are we going to do for a battle here? How are we going to do here? Come on, let us fight. Tired of waiting. Let us free. Yay. Yo, killing the treat bags. Entropy and Toto getting those kills, assists, and rewards. Ooh, what do we have for upgrades? Our Flying Rogue. Still need these all to 20. We're getting close. Getting there. Need to use that Templar a bit more. Question mark battle. Who knows what's gonna happen? Can't use my Templar though, so let's use my Centurion. And just gonna start here. Oh. Guess I'm not gonna place it there. I didn't read that right. We got the blue areas down here. There we go. And I'm going to suggest you only go with me here. We'll work our way out from there as things pop up. Actually, let's also say no to the center too. I don't know if that really... I don't know if you can place anything there or not. Oh well. So, let's see how our stove is looking, how our oil is looking here. What's our temp on our oil now? 330. Almost there. So you can see these have moistened up a little bit and have soaked up a bit of that starch that was on them. So we want to keep coating them, make sure they stay all nice, starchy white. grab a pan and wire rack. Huh. That would have been cooler if it fit. I wonder if it fits this way. Not really. Oh well. So we got something to put our chicken on after it finishes frying. Move that over here. It would be better for the camera, but it's just not going to fit. They've soaked some of that sugar up, but they're still staying pretty well nicely coated. This one soaked up quite most of all of them. I'll give one of those a try at the end of the stream there, if I remember. I want to wait and let them try and solidify as much as possible, as much as they will. That's another thing with that recipe that I was worried about. I mean, initially I wasn't worried. I was worried that the 1 teaspoon of corn syrup and 2 ounces of heavy cream wasn't going to be enough. It wasn't enough to temper all that chocolate. I did have to use the microwave. So the recipe did fall apart a little bit. But after microwaving a little bit, getting it all to melt, putting it back in the fridge, did seem to come together. We're going to put our veggies up here. Our veggies are going to be done before our chicken's done. So we'll set this out here so we can set our veggies under the camera to cool down. And actually, I'm going to pull those up now other than the garlic. You know what? I don't know if that can handle heat. I mean, it's metal, but I don't know if it's hot metal or if it's... Yeah, well, let's trust it. It's metal. But veggies got some nice roasting color to them now. Yellow squash isn't looking so yellowy anymore. Nice color on the Brussels. Nice color on the Brussels. I want my Brussels sprouts basically almost burnt. Especially if you get that bacon flavor going with them. We didn't do any bacon with these tonight. Maybe should have wrapped the garlic in foil. It was getting good color on part of it, but another 10 degrees on our oil and we'll start frying. Check that pot out again. Make sure we're solid metal here. Yep, that's solid metal. So it's just aluminum. I was worried it was some cheap potted metal that... I mean, I wouldn't really want to put food on potted metal, but... I don't even remember when I got that. Might have gotten that bowl when I bought my kitchen. Hey, Bun Buns! Yep, hoisin sauce with roasted veggies, chicken tenders, our hoisin honey dipping sauce, which has got some ginger and other goodies in there. And we've already got our chocolate hoisin truffles made up. We're just waiting to fry some chicken. Let's see if I can't use one of these containers for this dinner tonight. So there's the start of our dish tonight. We'll have our sauce off to the side regardless. I guess I could put it in a smaller little cutesy dish. It'll look better for the photo. I like a nice big bowl when it comes to dipping and dipping things into it. Rhino, if you're still lurking around in there, that bowl you were showing off the other night, like perfect for this. The dipping sauce. You want it wide and shallow so you can coat things. You don't want this super tight, small, high thing. Like, I mean, all the restaurants use these things. I mean, how are you going to fit a chicken finger in that? They're using that to keep that portion size down. Not to actually... The sauce is probably more expensive than the chicken. I do like sushi. I don't like nori. I I still wasn't sold on it when I tried it here with that ramen the other night. I tried to like freeform nori compared to what most people get, or the like ground up dried sheets of it. I can't stand the texture of that sheet stuff to begin with. The fresh nori that I tried the other night, I didn't dislike the flavor. I've never really disliked the flavor of it. It's the texture, and in both cases, I didn't really like the texture. It's a little like, to me, it's a little like the outside of a sushi. It's got that snap to it. It's almost like a sausage casing, and that's not what you're eating. Okay, let's start frying. Strawberry banana milk. I can see that being weird. I'm not a big fan of milk and banana together. That gives it a nice, different flavor. I might start using hoisin with my Brussels sprouts. Chicken. I took 2 chicken breasts, cut them down into tenders, and then I coated them in a combination of cornstarch and seasonings. Nice light golden brown. See how much that knocked our temp down. Oh, that killed our temp a little bit there. Kick that temp up a little bit. That's going to go with our veggies that I tossed in hoisin sauce, oil, and seasoning before frying. And yeah, hoisin gives this nice. It helps accentuate the roasted flavor. Works really well with that. Garlic, roasted garlic. Yum. Moment of truth, let's see if we cooked our chicken through. We did. Sorry about that. Little water dripping off my hand into the oil. Give that a second longer. Wow, that dropped it hugely in temp that time. Lost an extra 10 degrees that time. Do a little fine salt over the top of these. Give it another couple minutes here for that warm water, oil to reheat. Gonna cut the heat on the oven and tempted to put those in there, but I don't want to overcook them. So I might just deal with them being a little bit cool. I can't help myself, I gotta try it. Nice light flavor with these. Which I think will go well with that. It's just going to overpower any seasoning that I put on that chicken. Got 2 more batches of frying to do here. I'm gonna eat squash and zucchini or Brussels until we get there. Now that is a scramble. There's not many vowels there. A lot of consonants. Consonants.
Ooh. Carrots with hoisin too. Ooh. I'm going to do all the small ones here first. Hopefully the small ones won't cool down the pan as much, so we don't have to wait as long to do the last batch here. No guesses on the scramble?
Chervil? That is a very common herb. Oh, I say very common herb. Very common herb in restaurants. Less so at home. Very, it's a little like micro parsley. It's got that same general area. Oh, that's definitely a food word. Thanks, caffeine. Yeah, we only lost about 15 degrees that time versus that batch before we lost like 35 degrees. It's cold. You're cold? Or you're worried about the veggies getting cold? I'm worried about the veggies getting cold. Or are you talking about the oil? The Brussels sprouts and the carrots are going to hold up for quite a while temp-wise. The squash is going to go. I don't want to squish the garlic too much, but sort of wishing I had some toasted bread to go along with that. I mean, this one was like oozing out. Battle. I'll wait for this to finish frying. Then we'll do our battle. Practice knowing how hard chicken is when it's cooked. Which is not a scientific method. However, it's probably most likely the way most of your food is temped in a restaurant. Certainly how all your steaks are done that way. Well, these days they can do sous vide. You know, you can have a perfect temperature and just sear it. But yeah, I've made several hundred, if not several thousand, chicken tenders in restaurants too. Sort of moved on from the app station quick though in life. I didn't spend a ton of time on apps. The restaurant's bread makers and their hot apps cooks, they're typically the more eccentric types. That's looking gorgeous to me. I think that'll do nicely for chicken tonight. Nice and lightly golden brown. And we have dinner. And we have a battle. Let's do our battle real quick here. Bun Buns, I would follow the packaging, because there are some things that you can take straight from the freezer. My general advice would be to no, you want to defrost it. But that said, there are products that are designed to go straight from freezer to oven. More of them are these days. But if it's just straight salmon, I would say no, you want to defrost it first. Awesome. So we got our photos for our dinner. We got our dessert. What's everyone think? Did I pass the grade as far as using Hoisin tonight? Let's try one of these little truffles. See if they work out or not. Certainly chocolatey. I'm not getting, like, if I tried another one next to it, I might be able to tell that it's there. I almost can't tell that there's any hoisin in there at all. It's not straight chocolate taste to it, but it's not anything off-putting. It's sort of stuck to the plate here too. But that's gonna overpower everything else I eat, but those turned out alright. That was a decent recipe. Like I said, I had to microwave it in order to fix it because the amount of dairy and corn syrup you were using to melt the chocolate wasn't enough, but otherwise that worked pretty well. Happy with that. So, awesome. Thank you all for joining me tonight. We'll be back on Friday doing Halloween the rest of this week. So Friday and Sunday, both all Halloween themed. All the food is going to be Halloween themed. Going to be making pretty large meals. They could be quite long streams both of these nights. I'm doing at least 3 courses with a drink in both nights. Might be doing 2 drinks. We'll see. So hope you join me Friday and Sunday. Got all sorts of stuff that I spent time planning on. Bought a few toys to make it more effectual too. And then we start right in beginning of the month. Gonna start right off doing recipes from New World. And I will be here every day of the week up until the day before Thanksgiving. So, hope to see you back. Have a great night, everyone. I'm not going to raid anyone tonight. I'm just going to call it quits. Thank you for joining me. I hope you all have a great night. Bye-bye now.